the World Domination Pack. Edu's done it again, guys. Edu's done it again. Arsenal have just got scarier. World Domination. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Mikel Merino, one of the greatest midfielders to ever have graced football, is now en route to being an Arsenal player. All the fees have been arranged. They've been agreed. Personal terms have been agreed. Don Edu and Super Duper Mick have done it again, guys. We're going to dominate the league. Yeah, it's an oh my God, we will win the league, question mark. Gosh. Arsenal will dominate. World domination, guys. Clip it. I don't care. Come back to me in May. Yeah, this is what you have to do. You have to be super duper positive now. We've got the midfield link, the missing piece of the jigsaw, which will unlock Gabriel Martinelli, guys. He'll unlock him. Now we've got Calafiori. I mean, he's beautiful. He's a great-looking human being, isn't he? I mean, he's stunning. He's beautiful. Now we've got Mikel. So Mikel's going to meet Mikel. Are you in love with Mikel, Mikel? Imagine speaking like this all day, every day. Yeah, these top gooners need fucking putting down. I swear down. Anyway, Edu's done it again, guys. Rivals are scared, and it comes from fear and hate. But don't worry, guys. It's not a complete deal yet. It's only a done deal. So a done deal is not a complete deal. Sorry, that's all the rivals' tears I'm drinking in. Because they know that Arsenal are cooking. And they're not cooking salmonella anymore. They are cooking a 3-course meal. A feast. It's glorious. The veg. The roast potatoes. The meats. Pause. Anyway. Smash the likes up, Bio de puta. I am doing a live stream after this. As I'm recording this, it'll be about 6:30 UK time. We're going to cook a top gooner who goes on the football terrace. Well, he don't anymore, but we'll get into that on the show. But anyway, we're going to cook a top gooner because they love to chat shit every day on Twitter. And this one has actually got the cojones to come on camera and get slow cooked for an hour and a half by yours truly on here. Make sure you tune in to that. Heated debates, huge fights. We've made it dramatic, guys, and it will be because I don't lose debates. But anyway, Mikel Merino, here we go, guys. Mikel Merino, here we go, guys. But anyway, Fabrizio Romano has tweeted this out a few moments ago. When I say a few moments ago, it was, where are we? It was 53 minutes ago. Mikel Merino to Arsenal. Here we go. Verbal agreement in place for the Spanish midfielder to join the Gunners. 32 million euros, which is about 26 million, plus potential 5 million in add-ons in euros, so about 4 million add-ons. So about 30 mil all in, with favourable payment terms, contract until 2028. Arsenal were closing in on Merino deal since the end of July. Merino only wanted Arsenal. Of course he did. Well, he's not going to say he wanted somewhere else now he's joined Arsenal, is he? Similar to Ricardo Calafiori's story, Mikel Arteta has been a crucial. Also, from Merino's move to Arsenal. Well, I'd fully expect Fabrizio, the manager of the football club that the player's going to join, to be crucial in that as well, my friend. It makes it sound so much better than it actually is. Bro, he's the manager of the club. Of course, he's crucial. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? Positive talks with the player. Merino had at least 2 more proposals, but it has been clear only AFC. He is set to travel for a medical, signing until 2028, plus an option. It doesn't tell us what option. It doesn't tell us what the add-ons are or the favourable payment terms. But obviously, this is what we do. This is football journalism now, guys. Maybe we should do a live watch along for the flight. Do the flight tracker like Huey did for Gundogan yesterday. Yeah, the guy zoomed straight in on the private jet when it landed as well. Maybe we should do that. We could do, where's Merino, guys? Where's Merino? Where is it? Oh, he's just flying over. Oh my God, he's gonna land. Oh my God, there he is. There he is. We could do a live watch along. If it's not tonight that he's flying, it's tomorrow. If I'm up early enough, if he's getting an early flight, then we will be there, guys. we will do a live flight tracker following Merino's flight. Because I'd imagine he's flying from Bilbao on a private jet. However, I'm not too sure. Maybe he could fly from Girona or Barca. Who knows? We'll find out later on today, I suppose, obviously, as the evening unfolds. But listen, all jokes aside, this has got to be one of the most underwhelming signings I think Arsenal have made in quite a while. And not only for the fact it took 7 weeks to sort this deal out, but the fact that he ain't even that good. And as an avid La Liga watcher, an avid Sociedad watcher, because my boy Tierney was there last season, I can tell you right now, this ain't the missing piece. Decent enough player. Will he get us over the line against Man City? No. Pass accuracy for you calculator merchants and statisticians that love a stat. Because obviously the XG, what's the XG for this? Well, I'll tell you what his passing accuracy was in La Liga for the whole season. 76%. I'll tell you what it was in the Euros. I'll tell you what it was in the Euros, guys. 59%. 59%. 59% in the Euros, guys. 76% throughout the entirety of the La Liga season. Now, when I watched Sociedad, I think they were the 5th highest on possession over the course of the season in that league. But their possession was only like 50-something. They weren't like they were dominating like we do. This guy's not got the killer pass. This guy has not got the passing range to take us up a level. However, because we're camped on the edge of a box pretty much 90% of the games, now you need that eye of a needle pass. Has he got? No, he hasn't got that either. But I tell you what he is good at, guys. Ball recoveries. Yay, like we need any more defensive-minded players. Because, I mean, it's not like we had the best defense in the league last season, is it? And then we've added Calafiori to it. And now we're going to add Mikel Merino to it. And he's good at getting the ball back. Okay, cool. How does that help us going forward? How does that help us scoring more goals? How does that help us get over the line against Man City? Sorry to break the bad news to you guys. It don't. Unfortunately, it doesn't. I wish I was wrong. And maybe I'll be proven wrong. Hopefully I am. However, having watched the guy for a whole entire season, he's not the missing piece. So all these people that have gaslighted themselves into believing that this is the guy that's going to get us over the line, sorry, go and watch every single one of their games last season and then come back to me and apologize. Leave it in the comment section down below. Yeah, it's almost like I actually watched the league. I said Savio would cook. First game in the Premier League, Savio cooked. Not easy out here, is it, guys? But you have to pretend that everything's amazing. If Mikel wants him, I want him. Okay, mate. If Mikel said, suck you off, yeah, get out of here, bruv. Yeah, these men are so weird. It's crazy. There was plenty of more midfielders out there that we could have brought. Not only that, yeah, I keep being told for the last 4 years, we need a young squad, young players. Yeah, but he's nearly 30. He's 30. I know we need young players that all grow together. Okay, cool. So why are we signing a 28-year-old to a 4-year deal plus an option of a 5th? So he'll be 33 if we keep that all the way through to the 5th year. 33. No resale value, guys. And what happened is exactly the same as what happened with Aaron Ramsdale. Exactly the same as what's happened with Eddie Nketiah. 2 years down the road from now, when he hits 30, everyone will be saying, he really ain't it, guys. Yeah, we still need a number 8. Yeah, we still need this. We still need that. Because this fan base, the majority of them, not all of them, but the majority of them, always 2 years behind. Now they all want Ramsdale gone. Now they all want Eddie gone. Always 2 years behind, guys. And in 2 years' time, when this guy's not won us a title, not helped us win a title, and has not lived up to the hype that this fan base have conned themselves into thinking he will, they'll be coming back going, yeah, maybe we need to get rid of this guy. We need a young legs in midfield. Yeah, young legs in midfield. He's not mobile enough. We need more. We need some goals from our midfielders. Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy ain't it. Yeah, this guy only got, I think, 3 assists for all you statisticians in a team that don't sit camped on the edge of a box. Ping pong football, table tennis football. Yeah, both teams have a go at each other in that league. So there's plenty more space. His passing's not it, guys. Yeah, if I was to rate his season out of 10 last season, I'd say it was a 6. Now, he's their 3rd best midfielder after Zubimendi's their best, and then Brace Mendes is 2nd, and then him. So we've spent 7 weeks haggling a couple of million off the price for Sociedad's 3rd best midfielder, guys. Just deep that, innit? Edu's cooking, guys. Edu's cooking. What is Edu cooking? Edu is cooking salmonella. Yeah, and the fact that this has taken so long to get the deal done is wild. Yeah, it's actually wild. But don't worry, guys. We just have to pretend everything's amazing at this football club. Otherwise, you're toxic and negative. Just be happy. Now he's wearing the shirt. Just back him. That's how we've gone 20 years without a title. Just back in mediocrity. Yeah, where's all the world-class players that we could sign for getting Champions League? Because so far we signed Calafiori and Mikel Merino. Where's the world-class players? Because I thought Champions League, I mean, we've been told for years that get back in the Champions League, we can attract better quality of player. Where are they then? Where are they then? Because last year we signed Declan Rice, he ain't world-class. We signed 29, he ain't world-class. Jurrien Timber's not world-class. David Raya's not world-class. So the signings we've made since we've been back in the Champions League, not one of them is world-class. Almost like that's a lie as well, isn't it? Just saying. Just saying. But anyway, you're so toxic. Don't care. Yeah, win me a fucking title. And on that bombshell, leave your comments down below. Are you happy with Mikel Merino? Do you think I'm chatting rubbish? Oh, Lee, he's amazing. He'll unlock Martinelli. He ain't unlocking anything, bro. The only thing he's unlocking is a better wage packet at Arsenal. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, leave your comments down below. Make sure you do tune in for me cooking, slow cooking, a top gooner that used to go on the football terrace. That'll be at 6:30 UK time. And yeah, smash a like on the video, sub to the channel. We will be there, guys. But don't worry. If we can get the flight tracker and the flight time, and it's the time that I'm awake, or not when I'm live streaming the Chelsea game later tonight, because we will be there for that as well, guys, on the second channel, Lee Reacts. We will do a watch along for super duper Mikel Merino flying to land at Luton Airport. Bosh. We're out. Laters. Ciao.